YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back. And this video, we got Danny Provolone's
In the
playoff predictions. We did Pigskin Pete's. We did Juniors. Now we got Danny. And then the next video, actually, we'll put everyone's Super Bowl matchups together, and they'll make their predictions. Not really sure why Danny's got his Trubisky jersey on right now. We're not on camera.
I mean, it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs.
Even though it's the middle of June. But yeah.
It's the playoffs.
It's a
It
playoff
doesn't matter.
atmosphere in here, in the studio, so I understand. Right before we get started, revealing his playoff teams and then round-by-round matchups, 40K is our subscriber goal by the end of the year. We're trying to double it.
New graphic. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Tom Brady right there? I can't tell.
Yeah, that's Tom Brady.
I see it now. Yeah.
That's Dan Queso.
Dan Queso.
40K, please help us get there. We got daily sports videos, NFL, NBA. Much appreciated if you can help us out. Check out our Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. Clean that like button. Much appreciated. There's Danny's playoff teams. Kind of just before we go round by round and make predictions, just give us kind of rundown why these teams are in the playoffs.
Well, let's start with the AFC side of things. I have the Chargers taking the 1 seed. I am actually a big Chargers supporter. I thought they had one of the most complete rosters last year. Obviously, pending injury, this can obviously change. But as far as best teams in the AFC, I think the Chargers are number one. They proved that last year. Patriots, believe it or not, I'm kind of iffy on the Patriots. I think they overall got better, but again, I'm still waiting for Big Tom to take that step back. Will it ever happen? I have no idea, but I did have them at 2, mainly because they actually have one of the easiest schedules. I think they have like a 17th ranked schedule, which is pretty average. I think it came out to be like a 500 schedule when they added everybody last year that they played. So I think they're going to have an easy way to the playoffs. Whether they're going to do well in the playoffs, I guess we'll find out here. Steelers, I'm going to get a lot of bashing for this, so go ahead and at me on Twitter, at Danny F and Cheese. Go ahead and do it.
Great plug.
Great plug. Yeah, so here's my reasoning. No distractions, and they got better. So, for example, they obviously had the issues with Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. Everyone already knew that. Thank you for adjusting my mic for me.
Gotcha.
But they got better defensively, which is that's Steelers football. They got Devin Bush in the draft. They also got a veteran wide receiver in Dante Moncrief to help Juju Smith-Schuster. So I think they're actually a pretty darn good team. Better so than the other teams in that division. So I mean it's gonna be a close division, but I think the Steelers are gonna edge them out there. Moving on, Texans. I really don't know why I have them up here. I really like that Texans roster. I like Deshaun Watson a lot. I think they did get better as far as the offensive side of the ball. They did get who's that lineman they got? Titus Howard from Alabama. So I think their offensive line did get a little bit better to protect Deshaun, and it's all going to be on his shoulders here. Now, as far as Chiefs, obviously last year the Chiefs were pretty much the best team in football last year, but they're losing 2 of their best players. Obviously, Kareem Hunt's gone, but Tyreek Hill, we're still pending suspension. I think they're ending up going to suspend him because I think there's still an ongoing investigation at this point. So that's why I did drop him out here. I truly believe they're going to have a rough start to the year, but I think they're going to kind of get it together and make a late playoff push towards the end of the year. And then the Browns, I mean, what can you say about that roster? The roster looks great. Whether or not they're going to be the Browns and blow it at the end, that's up for
Very realistic.
up for debate there. So I can see Browns and Chiefs swapping. I don't see Browns winning the division, but I could see Chiefs and Browns kind of hovering between that 5 and 6 spot right there. But NFC.
A lot
Rams.
of NFC North teams in there.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So Rams, nothing really to say here. I think they the only thing that scares me is what's going on with Todd. So they did get Darrell Henderson in the draft. I think that's a great pickup to kind of handcuff him in case that injury is still looming for Todd Gurley. But I think overall they have the best roster on the NFC side, maybe close to the Saints. But I think the Rams are going to get that edge on that one. The Saints, the league owes them one. We're going to see what's going to happen in these playoffs for me. But I think overall the Saints, I mean, they got Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Their defense got better. They got Malcolm Brown. They got Mario Edwards. And they got some extra depth at cornerback with Marcus Sherrill. So I think you're going to see a better defense out of them. And then their offense is always going to put up numbers. And you got my Bears. I think, so here's my thing about the Bears. it's all going to be on the back of Mitchell Trubisky. If he has a good year, the Bears are going to be at this point. If he has a bad year, there's a good chance the Bears won't make the playoffs because the Bears have, I believe, the third or fourth hardest schedule out of any of the teams. So it's going to be all on Mitch's shoulders. They got better overall on offense, on paper at least. So I guess we'll see. Cordero Patterson. They got David Montgomery, who's my early choice for Rookie of the Year. So it's going to be an interesting year for the Bears. Obviously, I'm a huge Bears fan. So yeah. Eagles, number 4. Now, here's my thing about the Eagles. I think they're going to be a good ball club. I think that defense is going to carry them. I'm kind of nervous about Carson Wentz, seeing if he's going to really take that role to the next level. I know we saw it 3 years ago, but we haven't seen it. So he got his extension. We'll see what happens. Believe it or not, I don't think this whole Jordan Howard thing on the Eagles is going to work out too well. I think that the Eagles and Bears run a similar offense where you see a lot of zone read options and things like that. And I don't think Jordan Howard is that good for that type of running scheme. So now my 2 NFC North teams making the wild card, I had the Vikings and the Packers. I'll start with the Packers on this one. They got Aaron Rodgers. I'm having a tough time believing that the Packers are going to miss the playoffs again. It's with Aaron Rodgers on there. I just don't see it happen. They got somewhat better. I don't want to say they got bounds and leap better, but I think they got a little bit better with their, they got some offensive protection for Rodgers. They got some help on defense. But the one thing that's concerning me is the drama between Rodgers and LaFleur. That'll be pretty funny to see. I'm a Bears fan again, so it'll be great if it's, just awful for them both, which I'm really hoping for. But again, you're betting against Rodgers with this, which is tough. But finally, Vikings at 5. They got better on the offensive line. They're going to protect Kirk Cousins, and we'll see what happens with that offense. If it's going to go where it was a couple years ago with Case Keenum, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But there we are.
Now we're using PlayoffPredictors.com to predict round by round here until we get to the Super Bowl. So, Wildcard round. You got 5 Chiefs versus at Houston, the 4 seed. Who you got in that one?
Now, if you remember my breakdown of my teams, I said the Chiefs started off really rough in the beginning of the year. That's because I believe Tyreek Hill is going to be having a suspension. Doesn't really matter how long it is unless it's for an entire year, because I think the Chiefs are going to kind of find their way with Patty Mahomes, and I think they're actually going to take the victory at the Texans here.
All right, let's jump over to the NFC 5-4 matchup, Vikings at Eagles.
God, this is going to be a tough one. All right, if I'm going based on matchups, I think the Vikings wide receivers are going to match up better over the Eagles defensive backs, and therefore I'm actually going to take the Vikings on this one over the Eagles.
2-5 seeds winning.
Yeah, wild, I know.
Both on the road.
He's a madman. Browns the 6th seed. Oh, it's a division matchup here. Browns at Steelers.
So I'm a big Steelers believer.
Oh, we know.
And that's why I'm going with the Steelers here. No drama, just straight football. Steelers, hard-nosed football. Browns, congratulations. You made it to the playoffs for the first time since, 2002. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think you're, baby steps. We're getting there.
And then the NFC North battle.
Bears.
Packers, Bears. He's picking the Bears.
All day.
Next round, got some good matchups here. AFC, we'll start off with the 3-2 Steelers at Patriots.
I am taking the Patriots.
Steelers believer, but till that point.
Yes, exactly right. Once we're in the year, we're going to be able to determine it's all based on Big Tom. I mean, they got N'Keal Harry, so it's going to be a pretty exciting offense, especially if they can kind of involve Gordon a little bit. But I'm really interested to see how Big Tom's going to be. So,
Bears Saints, the 3-2 on the NFC side.
Damn it. All right. I already said this once. The league owes the Saints. They owe them. So I'm going to take the Saints for that reason. But it's going to be some bullshit call where the Bears get screwed.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not trying to get us banned again. So, all right. So, yeah, I'm taking the Saints for that reason. The league literally owes them.
They do. I think we were making that point too. So we're all on the same page with that. But Chiefs, the 5 seed at the Chargers, the 1 seed division matchup here.
Now the one thing I know about the Chargers is that they like to make the playoffs and blow it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm predicting for them as well. I think they're going to have a fantastic.
The Chiefs are kind of known for that too, but not with Mahomes.
Not with Mahomes, but again, I think you're going to see them rolling as of late in the year. They're going to be pretty crazy. So. Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
And then you got Vikings, the 5 seed at LA to play the Rams, your 1 seed.
I'm taking the Rams.
There we go. We're on to the AFC and NFC championship game. We got the Chiefs versus the Patriots, the Saints versus the Rams.
This is familiar.
Kinda.
Very familiar.
Same as last year.
Yeah.
So for this one, I am going to take the Chiefs.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Flip the script.
Wild, right? And I'm going to take the Saints, both away teams.
Look at that.
Do I need to go into detail? I think it's self-explanatory. Patty Mahomes is unreal. I could honestly see, as far as the Patriots and the Chiefs, I could see them flip-flop. Patriots taking it. It's, again, really going to be depending on Big Tom. But as far as the NFC side, it's
The league owes them one.
Saints all the way. Trust me, I'm putting money on it. Saints all the way.
You're saying they win it all? You're not supposed to reveal that yet.
No, I'm saying Saints all the way to the Super Bowl.
Okay, all right. I knew what you
find
meant.
out.
I just wanted to make it clear for everyone watching.
So watch the other video.
Saints and the Chiefs, Super Bowl 54. Who will win? Well, you're going to have to wait to see the outcome here. And we got Junior and Pigskin Pete's matchup as well. So you're going to get 3 different Super Bowl predictions in that next video. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We got videos that are already on the channel leading up to this point that kind of go into this. So if you haven't seen those, go check them out. More to come. NFL and NBA content. Please subscribe. Be much appreciated. Daily sports videos. Thanks for everyone's support. That's going to do it for this one. Goodbye.